Hey, welcome to another episode of Real Tips Live. We have with us, you want to introduce him?
Yeah, we have Guy's chosen soldier and his beautiful queen, Letta Jean. Thank you all so much. We appreciate y'all for joining us tonight.
That's
No
right.
problem.
All right, so I know, so kicking things off, one thing that we normally like to do, we always like to ask each couple, how did you all meet? And what is something that actually,
And how long y'all been together?
yep, and with pretty much y'all whole story from how y'all met to where you're at now.
Okay.
Well, she actually ran me down on the street because like she was chasing me and stuff. No, I'm just playing.
What?
We actually met on MySpace. I don't know if a lot of people remember MySpace, but
Yeah.
MySpace was popping before Facebook and Instagram was popping.
Exactly.
So we were kind of just like, just friends. I was still back then promoting some of my music, and we was just kind of, hey, how you doing? And 2-3 months to go by, and then it'd be, hey, how you doing again? And then another 2-3 months to go by, and hey, how you doing? And we finally just kind of just got together. But when we got together, we still didn't see each other.
Right. It took us a year before
Wow.
we met in person.
Yeah.
Because it's social media. I didn't know him like that. He could have been trying to catfish me back then. Could have been like an old man behind a young face. So I did a background check on him and everything.
Oh, wow. Oh, you serious with it then? Oh, wow, you were real serious.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, that's good because, like, a lot of people don't know we met on Facebook.
We met on Facebook too.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
cool. Yep.
So how long y'all been together?
10 years this year.
Marriage, but
Married
together.
since 2006. So
What, 13? Oh, that's 13 years.
13 years. Yep.
Oh man, that's a blessing though. Anytime you hit them decade marks, man, them
Yeah.
decade marks, those are real monumental, especially nowadays where how a lot of these relationships and stuff be.
Yep.
So man, that's a blessing, though, man. So we happy for y'all. I mean, but y'all go ahead and continue. We ain't want to cut y'all off. Go ahead and continue.
So we been married 10, been together about 13. We have 4 kids. She already had a daughter when we met. I already had a son, and then we had 2 together. So we have 2 girls and 2 boys, a family of 6 all together. I don't know, maybe one day we'll have another one. I don't know.
We wouldn't mind another one, but I had already discussed with the Lord, like, if we have another baby, we're going to need an extra bedroom. So the house got to be bigger than what we're looking for right now. So if that's the case, we definitely going to need some more space.
Hey, and nothing wrong. We definitely understand that. So, each.
Yeah.
Them children don't stop growing for nothing. They don't stop growing for nothing.
And they don't stop.
All right, so let's do this. So the way it was when we met on Facebook, like when we met, he kept inboxing me, right?
What?
And then he kept bothering me. He wouldn't leave me alone. I'm like, let me go ahead and talk to this dude. Oh my gosh.
The lies that are being told on this live stream tonight.
But really, after we met on Facebook, like it was like God began to show both of us dreams that we were actually supposed to be married. Like it was so crazy, y'all. Cause I'm like, cause I would have dreams back to back marrying this guy that I did not know. And at the time, I wasn't studying about being married to nobody, not even in a relationship. I was done with relationships. And all of a sudden, this dude inboxed me, added me as a friend. And all of a sudden, I started having these dreams about being married to him. I'm like, hold on, Lord, what in the world?
Like, wait a minute, Jesus.
I'm like, what in the world going on? So I was scared to tell him, right? So I kind of like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go. I was so nervous, y'all. So I'm like, cause when a man finds his wife, he finds a good thing, right? So I didn't want to be like, hey, God showed me you my husband. So I was scared to say something. So I'm like, I've been having dreams that we supposed to be married. He was like, I had one too.
Wow.
What?
Around the same time.
Yep.
It was around the same time. I had just gotten saved. Probably, I got saved that February 2011, and I actually got off Facebook and started a whole new page. And Sheena picture kept popping up, and that was like toward the end of May, beginning of June.
Mm-hmm.
And we was in the same boat. I wasn't looking for a relationship. I wasn't looking to do anything. I wanted to start acting, and
Yeah.
she was writing a play at the time, and she was looking for actors. So that's pretty much how we came in contact with each other, and it's pretty much our history from there.
But it's funny how single people always say they want to be married. They want to be married. I want a husband. I want a wife. But I always tell them, like, if you just forget about it and stop thinking about it and just concentrate on God and the relationship with you and God and focus on what He called you to do, and then all of a sudden it'll pop up out of nowhere and it'll happen. And people don't get it, but it always happened like that. I talk to other married couples and they be like, girl, I wasn't starting no marriage. I'm like, I was the same way. So it's a blessing how God do stuff though. But let's go and hop on this real tip. So the real tip we are discussing tonight is show more affection even after you have been married for years. Mm-hmm. Now, you know, like when you first get married, all your emotions running high. Oh, he's so cute. And oh, she's so fine. The emotions like running crazy when y'all on the phone with each other. You know, the man trying to talk all deep. He's like, oh, he sounds sexy. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Like you hang up.
So, okay. So you get married. Now y'all on their honeymoon status. Okay. Y'all honeymoon status, y'all married. Y'all gonna have sex now. And you know. Hey, I'm with you. But okay, I ain't seen it. I can do as much as I want to. All right. So you on that honeymoon status, right? All right. And then years and years and years go by. All of a sudden, he ain't quite on that little honeymoon status no more. Okay, and then, you know, some wives, they put their bonnet on, had a little big old t-shirt on, hoes in around the house. And, you know, you don't care how you look no more. You know?
Right.
Then affection start you know, you love your spouse. You attracted to them. You want to keep having sex with them, of course. But that little attraction kind of like die down a little bit. So, you know, you got to think of things to keep on keeping the fire burning, right? So that's what we want to talk about. So you want to collaborate?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I learned, I thank God for that I learned only early on was how to really show affection and how to really tend to my wife emotionally. Because I know I hear a lot of guys, and I talk to a lot of guys, and the first thing they always say is that, you know, when, you know, like guys, you know, we go to work hard all day, and so, you know, we come home, we deal with the kids, but when it's time to go to bed, you know, you still got some energy you want to burn off. I mean, and with some guys, it's kind of like, all right, boom, we married, let's hop straight to it. Like, no, you can't just, you got to ease on into it. Right. And I had to learn that, you know, that I can't just say, all right, baby, let's go and do this. Come on, let's go. I learned you can't do that. I learned that I had to move my wife's emotions. And it wasn't manipulating her emotions. It was catering to her so that she can cater to me and we can cater to each other. So that's me giving my wife that type of affection and attention and reminding her that she has a priority in my life just like everything else does. But her priority is much higher. So I learned that even if I'm tired, even if I'm wore out from the day, I still do the best I can to tend to my wife emotionally. Even if it's some night where I just, you know, just being blunt and being honest, I know I got a higher drive, way higher drive. And I'm being honest, like I know I got a higher drive than my wife. So with me, I've learned to, and I thank God for it, that I've learned to, okay, let me put my feelings aside for the night. and just tend to my wife to make sure that she's happy. You know what I'm saying? If she still
Yeah.
wants to move forward, I'm all for it. but even if she just wants to cuddle and talk and laugh and go to bed at night, that's fine. I'm not forcing anything. And that's me letting my wife know, like, not only do I appreciate your body, I appreciate your mind, I appreciate your feelings, I appreciate everything that you do. And I think that's one thing that like a lot of husbands sometimes tend to forget in marriage, in relationship, after being married for so long.
Yeah. One of the things, because it's weird, because in a sense, on the affectionate side, our roles are reversed. So I never grew up, I didn't grow up with the affectionate parents and stuff like that. So it was kind of difficult for me to receive affection. So not saying I didn't like it. Sometimes it was it was too much. And I didn't, I didn't get it. I'm like, oh, I love this. This is great. However, it's too much for me to handle. Right. So over the years, I had to learn how to receive the affection and at the same time give affection, because I didn't know how to give affection because I never received it as a child. So throughout these 10 years, I'm still learning how to be affectionate. You know, I have my own ways of doing it, but it's like, it's still a process. However, I think we're at that stage where I'm getting it now. Like, it's been 10 years now. You should know what you're doing at this point. So we getting it. I'm getting better at it. I'm proud of myself. You know what I mean? Because
improvement is always a good thing.
Yeah. So
she got some work to do though.
Okay, so the reason why I believe affection is so important, not only from the husband, from the wife, because you want each other to know, like, hey, I'm still attracted to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even after us being married for 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13 years, I'm still attracted to you. Okay? No matter what we go through, no matter what circumstances, no matter what other male or female come in my eyes, I'm still attracted to you. And so it's important to show those affections, you know, like, baby, let's go walk and hold hands, just simply holding hands, walking in the mall, or baby, can we go walk in the park and just get some fresh air, holding hands, sitting down at the picnic table, having a picnic at the park. I mean, it's simple things that show other that, hey, you got my full attention. You know, I'm only looking at you. Don't nobody else matter but you. So I think affection is so important. You know, when you first get married, even years down the line, it's very, very important.
Yep, because it's gotten to the point now, like, I'll just be laying in the bed and I want his skin on me. Like, I gotta touch him. Like, I gotta have.
Just can't keep her hands off me.
It just feels different. It's like, you know, the butterflies, they just be there. Even like right now, I feel like that warmness in my heart, like that he's right here. And sometimes because I Uber now, so I be gone throughout the day and everything. It's like, ooh, can I just I know I got a goal that I gotta meet. I'm just ready to get home so I can just like.
So you can feel that protection from your husband. Yeah. You know, I always tell my husband, like, it's funny, but, you know, I know we can't love like God can, but I always sort of like feel God's love through him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's such a warm feeling, for real. It's a blessing to be married to that, you know, that one person that God wants you to be with. It really is.
I mean, I love it too, because like it's amazing, because you never really thought, like, once you find that one person that God truly intended for you to be with, it's like, now that I have you, I can't imagine life without you. And I don't want to. I remember when we first got married. We had been married for 3 years, going on 3 years. and Sheena went out of town with her sister for 3 days. I barely slept for 3 days. I was pitiful. I was pitiful for those 3 days. And bro, when it was time for them to came back, I was in the parking lot waiting. I flew up there waiting. And like I kid you not, I ain't sleep in the bed. I ain't do nothing. I sat up and watched TV for like 3 days straight. I was pitiful. And I said that because, like I said, I never imagined myself loving somebody this much, caring for somebody this much. And so that's why I made it a habit. That's why, like, every time I see her, I remind her of that. And, I'm constantly calling her beautiful. Like, if anybody who follow me on social media, you always see me referred to as my beautiful queen. And that's because that's how I see her. That's one of my ways of showing affection. I always want her to know that no matter who I see, no matter who I'm working around, no matter who trying to do what, I don't want them. I don't care for them. I don't, honestly, to be honest, I don't even want them in my face. I don't feel like talking to her. It may seem like I know I'm friendly in person. I may seem like a people person, but majority of the time, I either end up thinking about my wife or I'm ready to get back home to my wife. Like, in her voice, one of the things I find, and a lot of people don't even realize, like, if I'm upset and I'm frustrated and I'm angry about something, I call my wife just to hear her voice. Because her voice soothes me. It calms me down. And it's not even talking about like she had control on me. It's just I know the position that God has placed her in my life.
All right.
And I know that she is one of the things that anchors me down, and that God uses for me to strive to be better. Her and my kids, all our kids. Our kids, they help me strive to be better. They help me strive to do better. So why not show her that attention? Why should I not remind her how beautiful she is? Why should I not remind her how sexy she is? Why should I not remind her about everything that she is to me? And let her know, like, you have zero competition. You ain't gotta worry about nobody. I told her I'll punch somebody in their throat before I let them interfere with our marriage.
So let's talk about, so I don't know if y'all in the marriage club on Facebook, but I've seen my husband say that he got to have the sex every single day, every single night. He just got to have it. To me, I would think that if a husband does his spouse like that, you would start making her feel like a sex machine almost. Like, oh, that's right. The reason you want me just to have sex with me? Like, what about, like my husband was saying, like, he put that aside. What about just making me feel like you still love me? You still attracted to me? You still like my body, even though I have gained weight from having your kids, I think that's like reassurance that females need. Now, Willetta, you don't have to worry, you ain't got to worry about the weight gain. I wish I was like you. What I'm just saying, like, even with the spouses, not wanting to have sex so much, how about just like, baby, I love you, and just laying in the bed, just talking to each other,
Yeah. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, because I guess that's just people who maybe they just love to have sex. But to me, that gets boring. It's not, marriage is not, or relationships aren't just all about sex. You know what I mean? Right. You got communication, of course. Making love sex is a big part of that. But, you know what I mean? God said be fruitful and multiply. You know what I mean? You're supposed to do this type of stuff. But just constantly date by, like, to me, that's boring. That's just personally for me, that's boring. I can't say that for a bachelor or somebody who might be out there like that. That's what they do. They bachelors. They free. But just as being married, like, I wouldn't want to put me through that. You know what I mean? Like, we all getting older. You know what I mean? We grown. Everybody trying to exert all that energy. It's good exercise. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it's just like, I want peace too. Like, I know women don't always want to be touched. Men don't always want to be touched. You know what I mean? If somebody tell you otherwise, I mean, that's just the life they're living. But I don't want to be touched all the time. Like, give me my space, give me my room, just like I give you your space and your room. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, I love you no less. You know what I mean? I still love you the same, but just like all the time, we don't have to be on top of each other. I don't have to be all up under you. You don't have to be up under me. You know, go to the next room or go to another room. Go out with your friends. I go out with my friends. You know what I mean? You know, you need that personal space. Like, I just went out of town on a job and I had to drive to California. You know what I mean? It put me in a good headspace just to be away from Atlanta and, you know, the bills and you know what I mean? To see God's artwork, mountains and skies, and it was dope. You know what I mean? I needed that time to myself. So it's like, even, you know, I miss my wife, but it wasn't like, oh my God, there's sex on my mind.
Right.
But King, I was like King when he was gone for them 4 days. I was like, whoo. Where my man at? Where the man at? I'm looking outside and stuff. Like, I'll be there in a couple of hours. Like, why you spending the night over there? Come on home. Like, it took like forever for him to get home. I was just ready. But to me, another way of showing affection is knowing or being in tune with each other in the sense that you know when he needs his space or when you need your space or vice versa. And the fact that maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe that's just him. I don't know how she feels about it. And to me, communication is a part of affection also. Like, if she's okay with it, or she just not voicing her opinion about her body or what she wants to do with her husband each and every day, that's a talk that they have to have. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I think women in marriage sometimes take the submissive role and they run with it, and they don't give themselves the opportunity to still be themselves also, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense.
Yes, because it's like, yes, we're one, but we're still separate individuals, and it's things that I really love to do, it's things that you really love to do, and it's things that we love to do together. And sex is one of those things that we do together. However, I don't see how the spark can stay there if it's happening every day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Because it's like when you use your charger too much. You keep using the charger, the thing start breaking down.
Yep.
It's the same thing. Like, we got chargers laying around that the little cord on it, the stuff that fell off of it because we overusing it. And I feel like it's more to a marriage than just sex each and every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's she gonna do when she on her cycle? Like,
right.
Not even trying to think that deep. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta have it every day, like,
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, what you do with her when she's on her cycle? I was thinking the same thing. You know,
right?
You know, like he was way overrated. He was just way overrated. I'm like, wow. Like, he just like, I just got to have it. But, you know, that's just over the top with just wanting to have
every single
day. And just like GCS was saying, like, it does get boring.
Yeah, it does. It's like you can only pull out so many books and try to figure out some other positions you can do before you like
catch a crap or something.
Like, come on.
I mean, even if you have sex, you know, on a Monday, and you wait a couple of days, like wait till Friday, and then because when you wait a couple of days, it feels better. Like, okay, I'm ready. You know,
saying absence profonder is like, that's true, because if you're there every day, all the time, and you having this one thing all the time, every day, it's like you get used to it. I think that's why in the world we have good and bad, because you will get too used to having the good. You're not gonna know how to operate when things are bad.
True.
So it's good and it's bad in this world so that you can enjoy the good times and then you can make it through and fight through the hard times when they do come. Right, it's just like when the storm's out, I mean, the sun ain't gonna be out every single day. It gotta rain. So I don't understand. Like, that dude is like, he over the top, like, for real.
He way over the top. But see, that's going back to communication though. Like, even I'm like, I wasn't in agreement with that at all. Even with putting your problems or your issues, certain things, how you feel on Facebook for everybody to weigh in. Yeah. Because like, for one, I believe in having marriage private. And you know, people only gonna know what you allow them to know. They only gonna see and hear what you put out there. And so, you know, if it is a situation where we're not arguing about something, I'm going to God about it first. But after I go to God about it, I'm going to talk about it, and we're going to communicate about it. And you know what I'm saying, man. So, and that's something that we learn, is that I'm able to express myself, and she's able to express herself. And even if we're not able to do it then, even if we gotta go off to another room and just allow each other to calm down, just so that nothing won't be said hurtful out of anger. And we come back together and we communicate. You know, we communicate, we talk, and we fix the problem. And so nothing is wrong. And me and she, we joke about this all the time, but it's true. Like men, like I say from a woman's perspective, I joke about this with a lot of guys. Like, I said, look, she mad at you, bro. Like, they come to me, bro, I don't know what I did. I don't know what's wrong with her. I keep asking what's wrong. She say, nah, she got an attitude, I don't know why. I'm like, they want you to know why they mad. She wants you to know why they mad. And the thing I tell women is that we not gonna know. I don't know. If you got an attitude, tell me so I can fix it.
Yeah, I can't read mine. I said what's going on.
I think a lot of women, I don't know why we do that. We just feel like y'all should know. And so when y'all
not gonna know.
I don't know why you feel like that.
And when y'all don't know,
y'all get mad at that.
We start pouting, like, and then you come ask me what's wrong, like nothing.
Right.
And so we be thinking like, man, he's supposed to know. But he really don't know. And
it's not even joking or trying to avoid an argument. We just honestly don't know. We don't know what happened. We it's 5 1 minute. Next minute you mad. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Tell me so I can go ahead and apologize. So we go on about our day. I don't know. I don't know.
And so then when the husband wants to come show affection, then we like, don't touch me. I don't feel like having sex. And, you know, and then that separation comes in the house. Ain't nobody talking to each other. That goes back to the communication, you know?
Communication.
Telling each other how you feel, you know, what's on your mind. And that is a part of showing affection. I'm glad you brought that up, because now when we talk it out, or when you talk it out, you're able to reconcile. Now I know how you feel. You know how I feel. Now we can come back together, and we can get out of, you know, these feelings that we had.
And move on about our day.
Right. Exactly.
All right, so let's see what other points that we can say about showing affection. So I know one point you made was that the same things you did when you first met each other, keep those same things going in a marriage.
Yeah, because I say a lot of people get comfortable. And you be like, okay, well, like you do all this stuff to win them over. Now you got comfortable. Like, okay, well, we married. I ain't got a nice, whatever. I ain't got to do. And you can go when you would bring the flowers. Now you just like whatever. She don't need no flowers. We got a garden outside. Like she can look at those flowers. Well, when you were going out there, okay, like let me see. Let me see if she hungry. Let me bring my baby something to eat. Now when you go home, you got a plate just for yourself. Like, where my plate at? You ain't tell me you was hungry. You should have sent the message. And it's just,
right.
It's just doing those, keeping the same kind, courteous acts that you were doing. Right. And you going that extra step. Once again, not to manipulate nothing, but just to show your appreciation. Like, you got to realize, I mean, like, for a lot of wives and a lot of women, a lot of them fall back and they stay home. They're taking care of the house, make sure the house straight. They're taking care of the kids, make sure the kids straight. And that's a lot. That's a full-time job within itself, whether people realize that or not. Being, especially if you're at home mom, there's a full-time 24/7 job. And so, like, if you do have that at home, appreciate that. So, I mean, do what you can. Sometimes you don't have to buy that. Sometimes it's just cleaning up. Like, you know, while she was asleep this morning, I cleaned up the house. And it's nothing about, like, role versus, like, I'm the man, I work, you clean. I won't do that. Well,
like, we both make a mess together. I don't see why it's just one person cleaning up. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's actually attractive to a woman, believe it or not. When the man step up like, baby, I'll do the dishes for you. I wash clothes. I fold clothes. I got the key. I'm like, oh, okay. That's actually attractive to a woman. So, hey, you know, husbands, you know, GCS, you know, they're showing affection.
My mom kind of raised me that she always told us, if you don't get married, then if don't nobody want you, I'm gonna teach you how to take care of yourself. You know what I mean? So like I've been since I was able to, like I know how to cook, clean, sew, button on the shirt if I need to, iron, wash clothes. So I mean that came hand in hand, being raised, you know, mostly around women. My pop was in the military, so he wasn't there all the time. So it was like I was really raised by my mom's side of the family. So it was a lot of females. So I saw the cycles that we talking about and all of that. So I was around females a lot. So I got to learn a lot of the stuff that men probably don't know these days. You know what I mean? Like I talk to a lot of men don't know how to cook. It's like if I'm hungry, I'm not finna wait on no woman to come cook it for me. Like I'm gonna cook it myself. Like I'm hungry, so I need to feed myself. So, but you know, I cook for her, I clean, like we got kids now, so it's like, hey, go wash them dishes. Like
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
I don't know what it is about them dishes.
Crazy because you never think about like back in the day, you know, your parents call you in the room or give me the remote. Well, the remote right there. Why you couldn't get up? Then you get slapped in your face for talking back. But it's like, I understand that now because I use my kids a lot. Well, hey, go get me some water or go give me the remote. Hey, close the door. And I the same looks that they have on their face is the same looks we used to have back in the day. So it's just kind of, you know, full circle. It is what it is.
All right, so let's help some married couples. I mean, they may not know how to show this affection thing. They may have been married 12, 13, 14 years and they kind of like died down a little bit. So let's help spark up some married couples, fire back up. So some things I would say to help show more affection. Cook for each other. You know, have bed and breakfast. Like the husband say, baby, you know, you just rest for the morning. I bring you something to eat. Vice versa. Hubble, you know, you lay here in the bed. I bring you breakfast. I bring you breakfast in bed. I think that'll be a good thing. Run each other bath water. Put some rose petals in the water. Have a cup of sparkling water or something. That's showing affection. One thing that we did, we wrote each other letters, love letters.
Yeah,
we did it. Now you know, like when you first go to a little puppy love, you know, you write each other letters like, "Hey, I like you," and you know, so even after us being married for years, we wrote each other love letters and we exchanged the letters. I'm like, oh. That's showing, you know, that's just keeping that affection going and keeping the fire burning and keeping the love strong even after being married. Because I really don't understand how married couples will go 14 and 15 years and all of a sudden they're not attracted to each other no more. Yeah. I'm like, what happened? You know? Yeah.
So you got to keep it going.
I think sometimes it's like, to me, it's selfishness. Because if your marriage is highly, you know, deemed in God's eyes, you know what I mean? He honors that. So if you're married, you know what I mean, and you start to kind of not do the same things you used to do, to me, that's kind of that's selfish acts. You know what I mean? Like you're only cooking for yourself, or where I used to hold the door and wait for her or him, I close it and walk off. Like, you know what I mean? Or I don't open up doors anymore. Like, I still open up doors for her. You know what I mean? I don't, you know, I've never been the type of dude to order for her and all of that. Like, you can order for yourself. Like, get what you want. You know what I mean? But, like, we still go out to eat sometimes. We'll go to the movies. Like, you know, sometimes we do stuff when the kids are in school because it's easier for us to maneuver and get around without other mouths. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I want that. I want that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I mean, we still kind of, you know, we still make each other breakfast. We still feed each other. You just have to stop being so selfish as a person.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's just, to me, it's just, that's it. It's just selfish. Like, you can't, you will want somebody to cater to you or do things for you, but then you don't want to do something for somebody else. And it's like, I don't understand how, you know, after so long people can lose that spark, but maybe it's because they started lacking communication. Maybe because
or finances is a big thing too.
Problems in the marriage break stuff down, and you just don't talk anymore, and or maybe that spouse could have did something outside of the marriage, and it just kind of throws everything off. You never know, you know what I mean? Or depression sets in just out of nowhere. People get depressed about a lot of stuff, and the other person, the spouse, might not know why, and it's hard to explain something when you don't know how to explain it yourself to help somebody else understand what you're going through. So it could be plenty of reasons, but sometimes I just really think it's just selfishness. Like, you just start to kind of forget about everybody else. Like, it's just me. You know what I mean? You forget about your spouse or what the other person might be going through. Like, you know?
And I agree. That's a good point. You know, you don't, you know, when you get married, like, a lot of people think like being married does not take work, but it does. I mean, it's not just me, my stuff, myself. It's ours. You know, it's both of you guys now. So, you know, getting to that selfish point in your marriage, you know, that will bring that separation and that distance towards each other, because now you don't forget that this is, you know, we together. You know, we staying together. Like, what happened? What happened to togetherness? What happened to doing things together? And communication is such a big part in marriage, because you don't know what each other is thinking if you don't say nothing. If you don't say nothing, it can't come up to be corrected, and you keep it in your mind, and then you may end up getting depressed about it. Now you depressed, and then now you got stuff just stuck in your mind, and your spouse is wondering, like, what in the world going on?
Yep, you gotta talk.
Right.
So now that is going on, now the enemy see, like, oh, this is a little door opener for me to come in and destroy what God has put together. And, you know, the enemy is sneaky. He look for whatever he can, in a little bitty crack to get in. He coming. So you gotta talk, you gotta communicate, keep showing that affection even years after being married. Do the little puppy love things y'all used to do. Write each other notes, run the bath water, cook for each other, go walk in the park, hold hands, kiss throughout the day. You know, that's one thing that I'm working on, because my husband, oh my gosh, like, throughout the day he'll just come and just kiss. I'm like, move, you know.
That's what he supposed to do, though.
I know, and I'm working on that.
See, we high five.
I kind of think like it's like if okay, for instance, I guess if, like, I'm real affectionate towards her, but if I stop being affectionate towards her,
I do notice when he doesn't do it, and it bothers me when he don't.
Yeah, so it's like, then what happens if I don't do it? Then I think that's where people fall off too, because it's like, if I started off affectionate with her, and years down the line, it's like it just stops. Then you expected me to still be affectionate, and I just stop. Then that might cause people, you know, that might be the main thing that made me fall in love with you, or you with me, or something. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're not doing it, that might make me fall out of love with the person that I fell in love with in the first place. Because when we started, when you were giving me the affection, it didn't have to be buying nothing. Like, she really doesn't like flowers. So because she said they died. So it was like I never bought her flowers. After that one time I bought her flowers, that was it. Like, so it's like, okay, I know you like to write, so I might go to Walmart and get a notepad. And
I'm like,
that kind of just brightens her day up. So it's you don't have to always just. It's not always about me hugging on her. Like I said, I like to give her space too. Sometimes I might not, but sometimes I mean you my wife. Like, would you want me to go out there kissing on somebody else? No. Okay, of course not. Then you're gonna get this affection and shut up. For real.
Okay, that was a good point. So, all right, you don't commit to me, GCS. All right, dang. So, but that is part of me that I'm working on, because my husband would kiss on me all day long. But at the same time, we do need space, and my husband don't understand. I need space.
Nice. That has been told tonight.
But I'm getting used to that. I'm like, cause he'll come ask me, baby, can I have a kiss? I'm like, all right, babe. Cause I'm the type of person, I don't like to be bothered if I'm working on something. And so he's trying to be like, babe, can I have a kiss? I'm like, oh my gosh. But and I'm working on that because I know that that's part of the affection that he shows me, and he wants me to get that back to him. So I'm working on that part of me to just, stop what I'm doing and let me show my husband some affection. I'm working
on that too, because that's what I was saying in the beginning. It's similar to what you were saying. Like, it's I don't know if he know that he be seeing me working and then he want to come and mess with me and stuff. I'm like, babe, for real, right now? Like, where was you at when I was just playing Candy Crush? It was cool. But now I'm trying.
Oh man.
Sorry.
All right, we back.
But I mean, I do kind of do that on purpose.
Yeah,
sometimes I do, and I think it's just the kind of, we take life so serious sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think it's just kind of the,
to break up the tension and stuff.
Yeah, and get you to laugh, and she'll laugh, and she'll joke. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, you can't really get mad about that. But some people do. I can't say that. Some people do. People are serious, and it's like, you can't be that serious in a marriage. Like, of course, we have sense of humor. Of course, then God honors that too. He made laughter. So it's like, you gotta laugh. You gotta play. Like, she didn't really like being tickled. You know what I mean? But like, we'll play, we'll wrestle, I tickle. Like, I saw my parents do that when I was growing up. Like, we would have a little family Royal Rumble. No nobody beating each other up, but we just wrestling and playing. Like, I saw my dad kiss on my mom all the time. You know what I mean? So I understand that if people aren't raised like I was raised, then you're not gonna do those type of things. But I mean, that's how I was raised. I can't really speak for nobody else. So I'm affectionate. I grew up like that. I grew up knowing that I wanted kids one day. I knew I grew up wanting to be married one day because that's what I saw. So, you know what I mean? It was like I constantly kiss her. I rub her hair, you know what I mean? Or foot rubs for no reason. It's like I said, that's the part of not being selfish, because you have to understand, like, well, dang, if both of us are working, I know I came home tired. She came home tired. These are our kids. Ain't nobody gonna take care of our kids but us. So no, they gotta eat. They gotta be catered to. Thank God they're old enough to do a lot of things for themselves now. You know what I mean? But even when they weren't, you know what I mean? It was like, yeah, we were both tired. You know what I mean? Like, my daughter wouldn't go to sleep until I put her on my chest and she would hear my heartbeat type of thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know we all get drained and we have that family life we have to deal with, but this is the job too. This is what God if God mandated and He allowed man to be, take care of your wife too. Don't just take care of the house and the kids and then you're not taking care of your spouse. That makes absolutely no sense unless you want your spouse to run out of you. You know what I mean? So it's just that I think sometimes people get married so quick, they don't take the time to be friends.
Yeah.
Because it's just I want a girlfriend, I want a boyfriend, or now we married, and it's like, well, pump your brakes. Like, you gotta learn how to be friends first. You gotta learn how to be affectionate first. You know what I mean? If the more time that I spend with you, if you see that I'm affectionate and you're not as affectionate as I am, if I spend more time with you, eventually it's gonna rub off on you.
Right.
So then you're gonna be running up to me, kissing on me. And now, you know what I mean? She wasn't as affectionate as I am, but she does that. You know, she'll run up to me and kiss on me. We sit on the bed watching the movie. She'll just be rubbing my hair, my beard.
Yeah, because she become that much more affectionate towards you because you doing it to her. You know, she feels that love from you, so that makes her want to do it more to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes, like over the top, I'll come in the bathroom with him and sitting there and talk with him while he in the bathroom. Like,
oh, dang. That nigga had a throne room at least.
Bro, them be the awkwardest conversations.
Right.
Like, yo, can you step out for this?
Especially if I've been gone all day, be in the bathroom, and I just come in there and like, babe, guess what? Like this and that happened, and I did this today, and I saw this person today, and he's sitting there on the toilet like.
I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you talk because I know this is important to you. But I need to.
Yeah, we do that all the time. And KB be like, babe, please get out. I'm like, I'm trying to tell you what's on my mind.
I listen. I sit there and listen, but my butt be getting numb. So I'm like, all right, babe, just give me like 5 minutes. Like 5 to 10 minutes.
And then another thing, like, we be doing like not role playing, so to speak, but it's like he has different personalities and I have mine. Like, I'll be I'll call him my sugar daddy sometimes, and I'll be like, it's like, you gonna buy me lunch today, sugar daddy? I got my bills I need to get paid. He's like, yeah, I got you.
Or I would put my accent and I will sound like I am from Africa and I will be somebody else.
Or I'll put on this little head wrap and I act like I'm from India or somewhere, or Pakistan. And like, I'll be one of them girls over there.
You just gotta have fun, man. Like, being so uptight in a marriage, you know what I mean? Like, I know you got everybody got bills, everybody got family members, everybody got problems, but like your zen and your place of peace is your spouse, especially if you're married. You know what I mean? That's be who you come home to, who you confide in, who, you know, even the Bible says it's better for a man to be on the roof than be in the house with a nagging wife. You know what I mean? That goes the same thing for a husband. Like, I know women don't want to be nagged by a man all the time. So it just really kind of goes both ways. Like, male and female, we're different because we don't look the same and we got different organs and things of that nature, but we still kind of like the same person. I mean, you know, we got our dislikes and we got our likes, you know what I mean? And opposites attract. So that's kind of, you know, my opposites are your, you know, your that's what attracts me to you. You know what I mean? Even though I'm different, you know, what I lack, you gain. You know what I mean? What you gain, you know what I mean? Vice versa. Y'all see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But it's, I said that all goes back to me about just not being selfish. You know what I mean? Like, you have to know how to treat that other person. You know what I mean? That's why I like, this might be off, not kind of off subject, but I just never understood why, like, a woman thinks that a man loves her if he hits her. Like, that's selfish to me. Like, I never understood that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like, I never understood that. So it's like this is my spouse. Why would I want to bring that energy to my home? You know what I mean? Right. Like, it's just crazy. But it's, to me, like I said, it just kind of just all boils down to selfishness. And some people would disagree and say, well, yeah, we've been married 13 years. I wasn't happy anymore. And like, God wants you to be happy. True, but the Bible also says that to get divorced is like you have to have a real reason to get a divorce. You know what I mean? It's just not like, oh, I'm tired now, I don't want to be married no more. Like that's God don't honor that.
I believe the only way, if I'm not mistaken, in the Bible, I think the only reason the only way you can get a divorce is if the other spouse cheats or go outside the marriage. I may be wrong. I think it's in the Bible like that, ain't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just selfishness. Like I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, I know the things that I like about her. Like, she's natural. Like, I didn't like, make a lot of makeup. Like, when she wears makeup, she's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but like, I'm just not a makeup, lipstick dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's just some things she might not like about me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't get my hair cut. Like, it is what it is to me. I mean, she'll let me know, like, baby, can you go get a haircut? All right, I'll go get one. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it is what it
because
is.
Because you wanna still do those things that attract each other, even because of course we get comfortable with each other, years down the line. Because I do the same thing. My husband, like, babe, can you go shave? I'm still attracted to you, but I still want to be like, ooh, wait, can you go shave so I can rub the head, So you still want to do those things that keep your spouse saying, wow, even years down the line, keep that wowness in it,
Mm-hmm.
So
even today, I had texted him from a different number, like we was doing like a little role play thing. I was acting like I was one of his biggest fans and stuff, and like I sent him some pictures. I had him going for a minute, and then I sent the pictures. He was like, "Really?"
Look at that. He said that.
I thought it was, but really, I thought it was one of our church members playing. Because I'm like, okay, I don't recognize this number. Like, who is this? You know what I mean? But then I thought about it, like, okay, she downstairs. She left the room for a minute, so I was like, okay, now I know. You done left the room for about 5 minutes. You wasn't doing that, so I noticed you.
So it's always important to play those little tricks and keep the laughter in the marriage and keep the fun in it,
Keep everything happy and peaceful as much as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's real important. Like the more like you is, because at the end of the day, no matter who piss you off, say what, do what, get on your nerves, you gonna find, just like you said, you gonna find your peace in your spouse.
Yeah.
And there's a peaceful situation. That's why I tell my wife, one of my favorite moments of the day is when it's time for us to go to bed. And we're laying there just laughing, talking, and joking, because it's like for those moments, nothing else matters. And we're able, the kids in bed, the kids asleep, we ain't worried about nothing, we ain't frustrated about nothing, we ain't, thinking about nothing. We just laughing, talking, and enjoying each other. We just enjoy being around one another and just honestly having that fun.
And that's part of showing that affection. Yep. That goes to affection. So before we're gonna get ready to end this real tip, but I gave some ideas for married couples to show more affection. So what can you tell the men or some of the husbands that may not, they kind of like died down with showing their wives affection? Like what ideas can you tell the men?
One thing I say is try your best too. 'Cause I know it is hard for a lot of guys to show affection. So learn and pray and ask God, like, Lord, teach me how to be affectionate to my wife, or teach me how to cater to my wife emotionally. Because GCS, one thing you said about, I know you said you didn't understand how can somebody be in a relationship and a spouse beat them. And that goes back to manipulating their emotions. So you know what I'm saying? So when you cater to your spouse's emotions, you're not doing it to manipulate and to get something out of it. You're doing it because I love you and I actually want to show you how much I love you, how much I care for you and how much I appreciate what you do. So learn to be more affectionate and learn how to communicate. And I say the same thing to wives, husbands and wives. Communicate. Communication is definitely the key. If you don't communicate, it's not going to last. No matter what. The sex is not going to help it. Yelling and fussing, being away from each other, working all day, that's not going to help it. That's going to drive a wedge even deeper into your marriage. Communicate. The more you communicate, the more you talk, that man ain't going to figure it out. Tell him. Yeah. Tell him what's wrong. Tell him what's bothering you. Guys, don't be afraid. It's not starting an altercation. Sometimes God will bring things up in your marriage to correct those issues, to help y'all reach the next level. So it's not about having a conversation. It's about you sitting down, communicating with your spouse and like, okay, the issues that you're facing or the issues that you have, I care about those issues. What can we do to resolve it? If I said something that was out of context and I hurt your feelings, I apologize. If I did something that was out of context, I apologize. But we cannot get to that level if you do not tell me what's wrong. So I think that's one of the main things that'll help in intermarriage. And before we go, for GCS and Letta Jean, if y'all can either give that one testimony that is something that helped you all through your marriage, or some words of advice to help other married couples who may be going through something similar.
I think like I think it's kind of like a testimony for me. I do music, you know. Everybody will be watching, you know what I mean. I know you've heard them call me GCS. That stands for God's Chosen Soldier. I'm a gospel hip hop artist, you know what I mean. I have been for a long time. It was kind of like a testimony for me because one day I kind of lost myself from the music for a minute, but when I got back into it, like all of a sudden, like how God works, He'll give you the desires of your heart. Like sometimes He'll bless you and you don't even know where these blessings are coming from. One day, you know, my wife got tired of me saying like, you know, I'm dealing with different industry people. You know, I can't kind of get tracks from people, or the tracks that I'm trying to get are not what I want, or things of that nature. All of a sudden, you know, God blessed me. You know, He blessed my wife to just start producing out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Wow. So, like, as an artist, you know, like there was always a dream that I told her I had, and she was in the military, you know what I mean? I'm GCS, I'm God's Chosen Soldier. So like I always had a vision of us at some kind of photo shoot. And I didn't really know or understand why until like God allowed her to start producing for me. And wow. Like she hot, like not a lot of people go to school for this. You know what I mean? I know she has a long way to go, but if she keeps at it, you know, she progresses. But I just felt like that was a real big blessing for me because in God blessing me with this gift of music, He also knows what you need.
Yep.
And if I need a producer or engineer or something of that nature and it wasn't coming to me, God saw that. And He saw my need and He allowed my wife to start producing. You know what I mean? So that was a big turnaround in our marriage because of the simple fact it's like, well, hey man, like we could really be a one-stop shop. You know what I mean? I rap, I sing, I act. She can produce. She's good at anything computer. Like it has anything to do with a computer. Like it don't matter what it is. I don't know. I could press the wrong key on the keypad and she can just ba 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 ba. Oh, it's fixed. Like she's computer literate. So it's like even with music, that's the type of stuff that I need. So it's like God knows exactly what you want. God will give you the desires of your heart. Like when I never knew who my wife would be. I never knew what God was gonna do, but I always felt like God. I used to ask God a lot. God, are you getting tired of me asking for her? Because I want to know where she's at. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
for males and females out there, when you are asking God for your mate, I want you to take my advice and talk to God like I talk to God. Because when I prayed for her, I wasn't specifically praying for her. I pray that God, wherever my spouse is, if she's crying right now, wipe her tears. If my spouse is laughing right now, keep her laughing, keep that joy in her heart. If she has kids, Lord, bless her kids. If she doesn't have kids, bless her womb one day for us to have kids together. You know what I mean? It was like my mindset was different because I knew what I wanted. But the only thing that I would hear God say is, don't worry about it. Just know that when I give her to you, you'll be overly satisfied. You know what I mean? So with each year we grow, you know, we dealt with the hardships, we dealt with being broke, not having any money, we dealt with infidelity, you know what I mean? That type of thing. But at the end of the day, I'm never gonna let Satan break up what I know God has given me. Yep. You know what I mean? So with that being said, you know what I mean? Just take the time to pray for your spouse, appreciate your spouse. Even like I said, even if you don't know who she is or where she is, just ask God to pray for that woman that you know you want. Or men pray for that woman, women pray for that man that y'all know. It's out there. It ain't like God ain't gonna give it to you, but he's not gonna give it to you until you're ready. So you have to be ready for that. When you're ready for it, then he'll bring her or him to you. But if you're not ready, then it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, and going back to where you were saying that Willetta, she, you know, is your producer. So, you know, it's amazing how God will put two people together to help each other, because my husband, he does everything for me. Like when I need flyers or something, he got my flyers. Even this real tip show, like this flyer here, Hub did that. I'm like, babe, I need something, you know, for the realtor show. He got me, you know, like, and even when I write the books, I'm like, babe, I need you to help me edit. He helped me edit. So we help each other, and I mean, he's a big help to me, because everything that God was calling me to do as far as writing, like writing plays and films and books and stuff, I'm like, Lord, I need help with this stuff. Even though I write it, my husband backs me up and helps me put it out there, because believe it or not, I don't like to be the center of attention. Like even doing the Real Tip show, I don't like being loud. I don't like being seen. So I'm like, babe, I need you. So with him being by my side, I'm comfortable enough to do it. And the Lord knew what I needed to do it, because I'm like, I'm not gonna do this show by myself. I'm totally out of my comfort zone. You probably can't tell, but since my husband is by my side, I'm able to do what God has called me to do. So just like GCS was saying, God knows exactly what we need. And when he put two together, he know that, hey, this is the piece of the puzzle that was missing. Mm-hmm. And this piece of the puzzle is going to complete this puzzle that I've been putting together, you know, before y'all met. Now that y'all have met, it's complete. And do what you got to do and make it work. Do what you got to do to fight for it. We have been in situations where we were broke, you know. We didn't know where the money was coming from. We had to eat hot dogs and noodles to make ends meet, you know.
All right.
You know, we've been in those tough situations where we be like, babe, look, you know, we needed each other. We fought through that thing. We prayed through that thing. You know, even when the enemy tried to come in and bring separation, try to destroy our marriage through people, you know, one thing we have always said, I'm not about to allow nobody to come and take my gift from me.
I've been through.
Yeah.
We knew that this is something that God is supposed to do. Like I said, when we first met on Facebook, we had dreams. I had the dreams, he had the dreams. And when we tell people, they'll be like, wow, y'all dream about each other? Yes. Yep. So we knew this was something that God has put together. So ain't no way in the world I'm about to allow another human being to come and take my gift. No. Mm-hmm. So we gonna fight this thing. We all in. We all in. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and end this Real Tip.
What I did?
We've been on here a long time.
Been on over an hour.
Over an hour? Wow.
Wow.
I really do pray that whoever go back and watch it, that it's a blessing to somebody's marriage, to keep showing affection even after years of being together. Keep doing things to keep that fire burning. And we're done, y'all. We're going to go ahead and log out. But thank y'all so much for logging in and talking marriage with us. We appreciate it, y'all. Love you guys.
Having us.
All right.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Y'all too.
All right.